Hello and welcome to the Dallas Aftershow. I'm James Lott Jr., your host. And even though we start on a sad note for the Dallas family, Roseanna Christiansen, who played the Maid Teresa for years on Dallas, the original Dallas, has passed away at age 71. She died, according to Dateline, .com. She died July 14th in Antelope Valley Medical Center in Lancaster, California. It's here in Southern California. No cause of death was given, but she was the maid on Southfork for over, God, I mean, they said the final 9 seasons. And she also, on a side note, was the replacement maid on the Jeffersons when they tried to spin off the Jeffersons with Marla Gibbs. Didn't work out when she came back. I forgot about that part. But first of all, my heart goes out to her family, her friends, the whole Dallas family. I hope it was a nice transition. Nothing too not too bad for her. But it brings up the also another question, right, for you guys out there. When they brought back the Dallas reboot on TNT, people asked why they had a different maid. She was also Latina, and why it couldn't have been Roseanna back as Teresa. And I thought, because I thought, well, Teresa was beyond for life, right? Or Teresa, as Miss Elise always pronounce it. And that's brings up the importance of supporting characters in continuity. I always feel like, and what's about Dallas in specific, because this is the Dallas Aftershow, like Sly, JR's secretary, very important. Bobby's two secretaries. I think it was Jackie, I forgot the other one. Secretaries. Dora May, which I did an episode on before here, Dora May. I feel like there were people who, even supporters like Jeremy Wendell, Mary Lee Stone, like the people who weren't on all the time. They weren't huge, they were characters, and you knew who they were if they're in the Dallas universe, but they weren't main characters in the show. But they had enough importance that I feel like they fleshed out the universe, right? The whole Dallas universe, you want some regularity. Like, I have people that I have worked with for 10, 15 years, 20 years. People I go whose stores I go to that are the same people who own them. Like, it's part of the Dallas universe, right? I feel the same way. I kind of feel that way. Yes, I don't know exactly why they didn't bring her back. I don't know if she couldn't come back or not, but or just have to say of another person play Teresa. I don't know what the story is. Maybe somebody out there knows, because you guys are good. As long as you guys know the stories. I'm not gonna research into all that, but I just think it's important to have those certain supporting characters. Like oh my God, I'm thinking about daytime TV. There on Days of Our Lives, there was Henderson or Dr. Rolfe. They did sometimes play parts in storylines, but they're just people that came on for certain specific things. Like they answered the door at the certain mansions and certain, like, they were there. They were there for a reason. Even though we went to Jefferson's, the doorman, he was there for a reason. On Rhoda, the door, the guy who voiced the door guy was there for a reason. Like, they weren't all the time and everything, but they kind of feel like, no, they're still part of the family. We got to see them for over 9 years. That's still very important. And yes, some characters can be interchangeable, and that's fine. But I think some of these, they're just as important. I always imagine what their lives are like. Well, I guess upstairs, downstairs was kind of that. Downton Abbey was kind of. I always wondered what the different, like, what were they saying about all the Ewing drama that was going on? Like, what did they say about it? They saw everything, right? Everybody saw everything. Bartenders, waiters, everybody saw everything. What did they think? Like, they go home and tell, guess what I saw? I saw J.R. Ewing fighting with Sue Ellen again, like, over Callie. I mean, like, I just always wonder. That wasn't really a storyline, but I'm just saying that's kind of always wonder what they thought. But I do remember there was some discussion why the character of Teresa wasn't brought on to Dallas City. So I don't know. But Roseanna Christiansen, rest in paradise, as we say. Good job. Thanks for what you've given us, and you live on in the episodes. I have the DVDs. You can go online. I mean, it's your legacy lives on as an actress, as an actor, especially on Dallas. I'm James Lott Jr. We are everywhere on all streaming service platforms and JLJ Media on YouTube. And we will see you next time in another episode of the Dallas After Show.